Hey, it's Lori Ballen out here at Keller Williams serving the greater Las Vegas area. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can lead generate on your real estate website. Wait for it, including something new that I've added using the Elementor page builder. All right. So for those of you guys that already have a website built by Ballen Brands, which is my brother's company, that's over here at ballenbrands.com. What I want you to know is all 3 of these strategies is going to work for you, but you will need to either 1, add the Elementor page builder, or 2, call Jeff and Paul at Ballen Brands to upgrade your brew to include the Elementor. If you don't already have a real estate agent website or you need a real estate agent website, this is your go-to if you want to do all the things that I'm going to show you how to do. So today we're going to focus on 3 ways that you can generate leads through your real estate website, including something special that I'm going to show you using the Elementor page builder. All right, let's go. So here is my real estate website. This is the website that we use here for my team to generate leads. And this is the site that I'm going to use for an example. There are actually more than 3 ways to generate leads from your real estate website, but I specifically want to focus on these 3 because I feel like they are the most powerful of the bunch. First, you're going to need to get traffic to your website. So what I'm going to show you today are how you can capture leads once somebody's on your website. On my other videos, and of course at Ballen Academy, you can learn how to generate that traffic through search engine optimization, Facebook ads, emails, networking, etc., etc. But once somebody lands on your website, whether you're doing a paid ad or you're earning that traffic organically, or you're bringing them in from social media, you're going to need a way to make an offer that's going to interest them enough that they're going to sign up for whatever the offer is. Okay. The first one, and you guys hear me talk about this all the time, and it's by far the best one for buyers, is your IDEX. So IDEX stands for the Internet Data Exchange, and it's basically the MLS feed that showcases homes on your website. But not all IDXs are equal. Okay, they have different features, different customization abilities, different things that they show you. So I chose IDX Broker for a multitude of reasons, and one of them is some of the data that they give me when somebody becomes a lead, and another is how many opportunities I have to make offers and capture leads. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Let's just say this person is interested in any of these properties and they click view details. When they get to the IDX page, what they see here is the property. And then off to the right, they can calculate their payment, get directions, schedule a tour, print a flyer, view the virtual tour. And at several of these places, there's going to be a lead capture opportunity. So obviously, if they're going to schedule a tour, they're going to fill out to become a lead. Okay. Also, if they were to print the brochure, there's lead capture. If they were to save this property as one of their favorites, okay, like right here, if they were to click that little heart, it's going to open lead capture. And with this lead capture, it actually will allow them to use Facebook or Google as a login as well. Okay. So that's another. So even though this only counts as one, I'm showing you how there's multitude of opportunity to capture leads within there. Another way is you can set the forced registration or requested registration or suggested registration at multiple points in the customer journey. So for example, let's say you want to get the registration after they look at several properties. You can do that. Let's say you want to force registration when they do a map search or a detailed property view, or they look at photos. You can set those up in each one of those places. So there's so many ways that you can test and measure what lead registration works for you. Okay. Another spot with IDEX, remember, we're still in the first one. Another spot with IDEX is right here at this Las Vegas market report. So when you click there, this is something new that they rolled out like a year ago. You have the opportunity to show the visitor for that particular area how many listings sold, how many new listings there are, how many open houses there are, average price ranges, recent sold, price trends, demographics. So this is super appealing to buyers and to sellers as well when they're looking at the market. And down here, there's a call to action. Sign up to receive email updates on your Las Vegas, Nevada market report. So they can click sign up, and now they get that little pop-up again. So there's another place that you can offer registration. In addition, when they're looking at any of these properties, they can go to a new search, and they can search however they want to, and they can save it. And once they save it, there again is a registration. So IDEX, you have so many opportunities to have registration. So that's why it's my number one choice. Okay. Number two, the second way that you can generate leads on your real estate website with Elementor is going to be this home value offer. Now, there may be different offers that you can make, different tools that you can use to do this. I'm using something called listings to leads to make mine. And below in this video, I have some links for you. The first is IDEX Broker. That link will save you the $99 setup fee if you decide to add IDEX Broker to your website. Excuse me. Dry today with allergies, lots of wind in Vegas. Okay, so if you want to sign up for IDEX Broker and you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're going to put it on your own WordPress platform, then you can just click that link and get going. They're going to send you a form. You've got to get your broker signature. So there's some steps to that. If you need help with that integration, and if you click that link and sign up and save the $99, then you will then be connected with my brothers, Jeff and Paul at Ballen Brands, and they become your IDEX Broker support team. So rather than calling IDEX Broker, you call Jeff and Paul, or you email Jeff and Paul, and they are now your support team to help you with any challenges that you have there. They can also be hired to integrate your IDEX, to customize it, to set up your wrappers. So it's a really nice combination to have that happen, okay? You can also just call Jeff and Paul. The link is below to Ballen Brands. If you need a website, they can set it all up for you. Number two, this one I'm showing you right now is called Listings to Leads. The second link down there will give you a free trial, and my link actually gets you an extended free trial. So I believe you get 45 days instead of the 30 to try all of this out. Your home calculators, the landing pages, the real estate marketing, the Facebook ads, the sign writers with IVR text and whatnot, all of that you can try for free. The third is I've got the Elementor page builder below as well, in case you have a WordPress website, you just want to add the Elementor yourself to what you already have. Okay, so you can see that there's individual pieces here, or you can buy the whole thing. I do have affiliate relationships with the software that I teach, so I also benefit if you sign up, and there's no additional cost to you for that. So this is the Listings to Leads Home Value Calculator. And I'll just give you an example of how I use it. One, you can run ads to it. You can do Google ads, Bing ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Yahoo ads, whatever it is that you want. You can drive traffic with one of those, find out what your home is worth. That's one thing you can do. The way I do it, though, is I actually blog on my website articles that would help a seller. So things like, what are closing costs when I sell my house? How can I close my house? How can I sell a house in 10 days? How to get $10,000 more for my house when I sell it? Will carpet or paint add value to my house? How much more does a pool add to my home price? Will new construction affect my home prices? Those types of things are my home values. And then in those articles, I drive them to this page. Find out what your home is worth. Take this 15-second quiz to get your instant home value, that kind of thing. And then once the lead comes in, Listings to Leads has drip email campaigns or drip text, or you can use your CRM. If you have a certain model of the brew that my brothers build, the Ballen real estate websites, then they also have the built-in CRM with SMS text, and all of your campaigns are built for you. Everything fires. So if you've got the budget, the easiest way is just to have Ballen Brands do it all for you and put it all together. Okay. But you can stitch together the software if you're a do-it-yourselfer and use some of it that way. Okay. So that's this. Now the third way, and I don't have it set up yet, so you're going to actually see me go in and set it up now. The third way is to use the Elementor page builder to make an offer for an item of value. So this would be a slide in or a hello bar, like on the top or bottom of the screen, like a sticky bar that has an offer, something like that. And your item of value could be a checklist. It could be a guide. It could be a cheat sheet. It could be whatever it is that would be valuable to most of the people visiting your website. And you can even customize it based on certain triggers and certain pages. So I'm actually going to walk you through this step 3 so that you can see what it is that I'm talking about. So I'm in my dashboard right now on my real estate website, and we're just going to go down here to Elementor, and we're going to go to, templates, and we're going to go to pop-ups. So I'm in the Elementor. I've got the Elementor plugin installed, and now I'm going to go create a pop-up. Okay. Now it's not always a pop-up. You'll be able to change that. Let me show you. So we're going to create this template, and we're just going to click on Add New Pop-up. Now here there's a drop-down bar, and you can make this instead any of the other things that are within the theme. So it's, instead, if you wanted to build a landing page or a footer or a section, but don't worry about any of those. We're just going to stick with pop-up for the sake of what we're doing today. And then down here, we're going to name our template. So our template for, in this case, is going to be newsletter offer. I'm just going to, actually, let's do better than that. Let's do top 10 things to do in Vegas this fall. I find that these types of hyper-local offers really generate a lot of leads. Locals, buyers, sellers, visitors. It covers the whole gamut of people that are on your website. And then you could use your drip funnels to start cultivating those and pluck out the buyers and sellers and cultivate the other locals for referrals or for long-term gain, right? So down here, I'm going to click Create Template. We're going to let it do its magic here and go to the next screen. And now we're in the Elementor library, and we're going to look at the templates that are already available to us. So Elementor comes with all of these pop-up offers that we can go in and customize. Okay. So for example, this one here, it says pop-up, but this is going to be more of one of those slide-ins that comes off from the side. Same with this one. This one would be a pop-up that's going to take that whole screen. Okay. Let's just use this one for the sake of an example today, since I said things to do this fall, but this could be a things to do this Christmas because it looks like a more Christmassy one, or holiday season, we could call it. So I'm going to click on that so that we can take a look at it. This is all customizable, okay? And I'm going to go, yeah, I want to use this. So then we're going to click Insert. That's going to now bring that template right in to our pop-up. Then I'm just going to change this title here instead. And I'm going to say top 10 things to do. And then here I'm going to put over the holidays in Vegas. Oh, let's just do over the holidays. And then here where it says everything where you left it, I'm going to change that to in Vegas. Okay, something like that. Now you can play with spacing, you can play with fonts, you can play with colors, you can play with alignment. I'm not going to mess with all that today for the sake of the video, but just know that it's completely customizable. Okay. Now down here we have a form. So you're going to be able to use your form, and you can edit the form to include what fields you would like to have in it. Okay. Again, I don't want to go too far into these, but there's so many different options. Here's your fields. Here's your field colors. Here's your advanced. You've got motion and graphics and buttons and all kinds of different things. Okay. So if you want to customize anything here in your form, you can do so. But for me, top 10 things to do over the holidays in Vegas, I'm good to go. Now I'm going to go over to advanced, and I'm going to scroll down, and I've got something here I just want to show you it's called WP Fusion. And this works with, I have it installed because it works with Infusionsoft, what's now called Keep. Okay. And that's what my brothers use on the real estate websites as well, that they build in. So WP Fusion is already part of your package if you're buying a real estate website from my brothers at Ballen Brands. But what I'm able to do here now is I can actually add a tag to this, and I could call this my holiday top 10 holiday list, for example. And then what'll happen is, that's the quick and dirty of it. I'm not going to get into all the technicals, but what'll happen is now when somebody fills this out, it immediately drops into my CRM, and now my CRM automatically sends them the offer and starts the entire sales funnel for me. Okay. So that's the beauty of that. There is lots of integrations, you guys. This integrates with, MailChimp and Constant Contact and Aweber and all the different email platforms as well. So I'm not saying you have to have Infusionsoft, but I'm just showing you that I do have the WP Fusion for that integration to be able to tag and everything. Okay. But you can still do this with something else. In fact, if you're watching this video and you know you have Elementor or you're buying it and you want to know how to integrate with a particular platform, comment below and I'll make you the video. Okay. So you know exactly how to do that. Maybe I'll do a robust one where we go through each one of these line items, but there's just so much in here. It doesn't make sense to go through all of it today. Okay. Now, once your design is done, your template is done, remember, you can add things to this, you can customize, but once you're done, what you're going to do down here is you're going to click publish. Now, here is where you get to choose how and where that pop-up shows up on your website. Okay. So the first thing it says is, where do you want to display your template? Click add condition. Do you want it to show on the entire website? Do you want it to show on your blog archives, on those blog pages? Do you want it to show up on a singular page or area? And if so, which ones of these? Do you want this to show up on category pages? Do you want it to show up in pages by author or regular pages? Landing pages, your IDEX pages. So for example, when I was showing you earlier those IDEX pages where it has all those offers, I could choose to make a specific offer that I know is only going to be for buyers that I would put on those IDEX pages. Like, what credit score do I need to buy a house? Get the complete guide and how to work your credit score up to qualify. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And I might put that only on the IDEX pages. And you can have multiple selections here. So by adding another condition, I could say, okay, here I want it to show up on all the IDEX pages, but I also want it to show up on my blog pages. And which blog pages? All of them or specific? So it really lets you get detailed, where most people, I understand, won't take that much time to go through all of that. The best type of lead capture, the one that converts the highest, is when we do customize our offers to what pages the visitors are on. It'll also let you exclude pages. So if I want to do this hyper-local holiday one, but I don't want that to show up on my IDEX pages, I can actually instead say exclude all singular and then go down to IDEX pages. So then it would not show up on those IDEX pages. Okay. So you can play with all of that. Then the next one on the list is triggers. When do you want that pop-up to show up? When they load the page? If so, you turn that on. Within how many seconds? All right, if somebody's on the blog for 15 seconds or on the page for 15 seconds, then I want it to load. Or do I want it to load on scroll? This is one of my favorites. So you can say when they scroll 15% down the page. Because then what you know is somebody landed on the page and they took action, because scrolling is still an action. They took action before they were interrupted with your pop-up. Better for SEO, better for the user experience. I hate when I land on a page and there's a pop-up before I even know what the page is about. So I'm a big fan of on scroll as that offer. Now down here, you can scroll to a certain element on the page, or when they click somewhere, or after they're inactive, or an exit intent. And you can have multiples of these going on at the same time. You can have the buyer's guide on all your IDEX pages. You can have a wait, don't go, last minute offer that works on your exit intent when somebody goes to exit. You could have another one that works on this page, but not that page. So you have no limits to how you can use all this. Some of you guys have seen me model opt-in monster in the past, and this is the same idea, okay? But now it's built in. It's built in to the new brews. It's built in if you have Elementor or you add the page builder. So without having to pay now for the opt-in monster, we can have it built in here, which is nice. You can also choose to show after a certain number of page views, after a certain number of sessions, up to how many times, when they arrive from a specific URL. So they came from this URL, now they landed on your website. You want it to show up. That's a really cool thing we'll get into more of later. When they arrive from, and then you can choose from a search engine, from internal links, from external links. I mean, gosh, you can get so detailed. Hide if they're logged in users, show on only certain devices, show on only certain browsers. And for those of us using Infusionsoft or Keep, when user has any of these particular tags, then I want to show it. So you can get super, super, super advanced with this, okay? So triggers, let's just say on page load so that we can see this actually in action. And I'm just going to do it right when they land. Again, I just want you guys to see how the pop-up works. We're going to click next, save and close. All right. So then we just go over to Ballen Vegas. I think I chose it to show up on every page, didn't I? We'll find out. Oh, it's forcing us to do the IDEX registration on that page. Let me do one that it's not forcing us on there. Sometimes I have to log out because I'm actually logged in, so I may not get it to pop up. Let's do the preview. I think we can preview from here. Preview. There we go. Let's do it this way instead. Okay, so there would be your pop-up. See how that one takes over that whole screen? I'm already logged in. So because I'm logged in, there's not another form. But if I wasn't logged in, there would be a form right here. My preference on pop-ups are the ones that come in from the side, or the one on the top, or the one on the bottom, or a pop-up that doesn't take the full screen. That might be more in the middle of the screen. But everybody has different preferences, so I just picked one at random and showed you that one, okay? And then you can select how to show a close button as well. So in this case, they would just click on that little X, and then they would be out of there, and they would be back to whatever the page is that they were on. Okay, lots of different templates, lots of different options. If you're interested, I'm happy to show you more and more ways that we can use this. But those are the 3 ways that you can easily set up your website to lead generate no matter what page somebody is on your website. I'm Lori Ballen out here in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining me. Head over to ballenbrands.com and check out the article in this video below.